New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. All right, so part of the reason I'm doing this video is to further prove a point, and the other one is to further showcase the stupidness that I have to deal with on a consistent everyday basis, right? So this is the comment that somebody decided to leave underneath a whole different video that had zero to do with a black woman losing her life, right? Zero. It had to do with, modern day black women, right, taking responsibility and, owning up to the type of branding that they are giving to themselves, right, to the image that they are portraying and putting directly out there, right? So this person stated this: Seiji, look up the news story on a boyfriend killing his girlfriend and her 7-year-old son in Toulouse, AL. Everyone is saying that the black woman was very sweet. She is a modern day black woman. That is clearly not what we're talking about at all when we're dealing with modern day black women. But she decided to slide that directly in there. Who worked for her family of two. Because he came along and was abusive, he destroyed her and her son' very existence on earth. Don't slightly try to use social media to devalue black women. Discuss the ones who are not tragedies, and maybe we can transform how the other black men and women think, right? That's what they decided to state. So now we're going to go to the story. The sheriff's office was dispatched. One, two, three, four. Three people died in a double murder suicide early Thursday in Toulouse County, including an 8-year-old boy. The sheriff's office was dispatched at around 3 a.m. to a shooting call in hidden place in the 8700 block of Cherolet Drive. Once on the scene, the Toulouse Violent Crimes Unit, Captain Jack Kennedy, deputies made contact with several witnesses who told them 34-year-old Darren Lamar Patton Jr. has possibly took the life of his girlfriend inside of the home during a domestic argument. Kennedy stated that witnesses had fled the residence before lawmen arrived and reported that Patterson, his girlfriend, and her son were still inside. No contact was able to be made with anyone inside the home. The sheriff's office tactical unit was called out and made entry into the apartment. Once inside, deputies found Derica Shanice McGee, age 29, and 8-year-old Aiden Carter Williams, both deceased. Patton, who is not Aiden's father, was also found deceased at the scene. Quote, all signs point to the suspect having took the lives of both victims and then himself. We ask for the privacy of the families involved be respected during this terrible and tragic event. Now, I'm just going to come across, however people want to sit up there and feel about, how I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it how I normally sit up there and say it. Every single adult in this instance failed this young boy. Every single adult, including the ones that also fled the scene, because at any moment in time, I more than likely, right, feel that the adults that were there who fled the scene, they knew what was up, because if they didn't, they wouldn't have fled the scene like they did, which means fight or flight basically took place and they left out, which means that they knew that there was a potentiality that something was going to take place. And if they knew that that was the case, then why didn't one of those adults who fled the scene, why didn't one of them take that young boy? Why didn't one of them give him a chance to potentially survive? Because obviously he couldn't really sit up there and go with the two adults that were in the house. One already had the plan, right? Patton. He already had the plan, was like, all right, well, things ain't going how I really feel like they're going in this relationship, yada, 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 or whatever it may be. So we're going to sit up there and make sure ain't nobody making it. Right. I'm not sure exactly what the mother was doing. Can't even sit up there and tell you. Can't even tell you. The most I can more than likely fathom is that they were both sitting up there arguing and it got heated, and more than likely somebody says something that they shouldn't have, directly stated in the argument. Somebody more than likely took a certain type of way, and this is the end result. All the adults in the circumstance failed this young boy. That's the only thing I care about. Realistic. I'm just going to be honest with you. Every single adult failed that young man. That's the most important person in this whole situation, because he's the one that's supposed to be defended. Because why? He's defenseless, right? You couldn't sit up there and defend on the boyfriend to sit up there and protect him. Nope. Couldn't sit up there and depend on the mother to sit up there and protect him. Nope. So who does that leave? He's by himself. And you know what happens when kids are left by themselves defenseless? Stuff like this. And this is when I continuously sit up there and tell black people, like, yo, I need y'all to sit up there and make better selections and choices in mates and people that you decide that you want to have a relationship with. Both of the black people in this situation, the boyfriend and the mother, both failed that young boy right there. I'm going to sound like a broken record because I get tired of sitting up there doing stories like this. I get tired of sitting up there seeing stories like this every single time. But the only time people want to highlight these stories is when they feel like they got a leg to stand on. Oh, but look at what this black man he sat up there and did, and XYZ and da 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 da. Look what both parties sat up there and did. He could have did bad all by himself. She was already sitting up there on her own, doing her own thing, right? Pretty sure she had a job. She was sitting up there paying bills. She was sitting up there taking care of her son. She was probably in great light at the moment in time. But for whatever reason, she felt that she needed to be in a relationship. She felt that she needed a boyfriend. She felt that she needed another man to be there who is obviously not the father of this young man. And then that's going to go into the next thing that people are going to have to say. Well, oh, well, maybe if the father was involved in the child's life, then none of this would have. No, 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 no. We can't keep sitting up here trying to move you know, the line every single time. We can't sit up there and keep doing this. You're not going to sit up there and blame a guy for whatever reason. We don't know what his situation is. We don't even know even if he's alive because that wasn't even listed. Right? So we don't know where this young man's actual father is at this moment in time. So, for anybody out there that want to even try to place blame on him, that's ridiculous because 9 times out of 10 we know how this works out. 9 times out of 10, whenever it comes into any type of agreements or the courts or whatever it is, the woman is always going to get the child. You're going to have some women out there that's going to be like, well, my brother, this, my uncle, that, my best friend, this, they were able to sit up there and get custody of their kids. I don't know why more men don't sit up there and fight. Well, like I said, you're not a man. You don't go through the court system. You're not judged, and you don't have to deal with any of this type of like nonsense. So, of course, this is beyond your actual understanding. This is beyond your actual thought process. So, it's easy to sit up there and say, yo, man, you need to fight when you've never had to fight for your children. Like I said, this is not even, let's just put this exactly where it is, right? Let's deal with the people that are specifically in the story. We got the adults that fled the scene, that fed the child, that fled the scene, that failed the child. We also have Patton, who was the boyfriend to this young woman who failed this young man. We also got the mother of this young man who failed this young man. He was literally left there defenseless. Like I said, I can care less if two adults decide they want to do whatever they want to do with their life. I can care less. It's whatever it is. Because adults make their own decisions at any given moment in time. Adults make their own choices in the types of people that they want to specifically spend time with and have a relationship with, and who they want to have unprotected, whatnot, and all this other type of stuff with. The only people that cannot protect themselves from those situations are the kids. And those are the main ones that I advocate for on this channel and on the main channel as well. So this is where all of my energy and all of my heart is basically coming from, the fact that this young man does not even have a chance at life because two adults decided to come together, formulate chaos, and make the wrong decisions in life, which inevitably led to this young man sitting up there losing his life. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like I said, there's a lot of black women out here that's going to feel a certain type of way. Oh, you're always blaming the black woman for this. You're always blaming the black. You already know the type of guys that you run into before they even tell you your name. You already know if they're up to nefarious things, they're up to no good, if they're scammers, if they're, hoodwinkers, whatever you want to sit up there and call it, a Pookie and a Ray Ray, you already know exactly what it is. And it's up to you as a woman to determine if you are going to interact with that person, or if you're going to dismiss that person. So at the end of the day, if there's black women out here who are single by choice, or however you want to sit up there and put it, and you have a child, and then you decide to not only put yourself in harm's way by going out here dating, but you're putting the life of your child in harm's way by also dating these random black guys out here, right? Making the wrong choices. How else do you want me to judge this situation? You want me to sit up there and harshly keep coming at villains when I already know that they're villains? Or am I going to sit up there and come at the black women who are deciding to lay up and have relationships and formulate bonds with these villains, knowing the fact that it's not just their life that is in harm's way? Like I said, this is when I keep sitting up there telling people, like, yo, black women, y'all got to sit up there and start taking responsibility for the life choices and decisions that y'all be sitting up here making with a lot of these wrong selections and guys. And then y'all want to start feeling a certain type of way when somebody starts telling you what it is. You want somebody to start being sensitive about the situation and everything like that. How am I supposed to be sensitive about a situation? A young man lost his life for what reason? He didn't even get a chance to even go on his first date, to celebrate his next birthday, to see what the new year was going to hold out for him, to watch whatever new cartoons were even going to come out, with brand new superhero films was going to happen. All of that's gone. All of that's gone. Like I said, that's the only person out of the story that I care about. And I wish somebody would sit up there and say something. Because 9 times out of 10, adults do not care about kids. And that's just a fact. And ain't nobody going to sit up there and prove me wrong on that. Because I can put up a multitude of stories, which I've been putting up about kids, to further prove the fact that adults and the system care nothing about kids. So I don't want to hear nobody sitting up there saying I'm insensitive about this story. Go cry to somebody else. Whatever God you worship and that you believe in every single day, go sit up there and cry to him, and bend the knee and ask him why does stuff like this keep happening to kids. Anyways, let me know what y'all think about the story and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.